Ha. Ha. Mark Sanchez. Ha. Ha. Mark Sanchez. Terrence Duba. Ha. 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 So yeah. It's the end of the regular season, end of the season for the Bills. As we know, why the title. You can put the comments down. It's okay. It's okay. Won't get mad. But just let you know. Well, they missed the playoffs. I know that. You don't need to put down there that they suck. I understand. I understand, Jets fans, that you're mad Mark Sanchez couldn't be Jesus and, couldn't do anything. It's okay. I understand. But before I go into the video, as you see by the title, I'm going to talk about the Bills' needs in the offseason and what they need to improve on, maybe who should they hire. But before that, you should go subscribe to Game Face Studios. I have a link below. I joined them. I'm putting videos up there. So go subscribe to them. Sometimes you'll see a video. I won't put link videos. I find those unnecessary. And follow me on Twitter to find out when those videos are out. My Twitter will also be below, or you could just check my channel for my favorites. Usually I'm gonna favorite the videos. So, but let's get into it. So as we know, first 7 games for the Bills was, it was goddamn awesome. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty goddamn awesome. And then when you lose 7 in a row, those first 7 games were flukes. And I know, here comes the comments, Bills suck, lol, 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 lol. But there's always next year. Now, this was our best season, even though we ended up 6-10. We could have easily ended up 500 by some of the games that, by the endings of them. But 6-10, this was our best year in the past. It's ever since, it's been maybe best season in 6 years, I would say. And actually, it's 2012 now. So yeah, 6 years. 2006 we started off 5-0, and then Trent Edwards got concussion by an illegal hit by Adrian Wilson, and our season derailed from there. So that was kind of like what our season was, but instead the player got paid, and he sucked. But so let's get into it. I'm gonna go in the draft first because that's the most logical thing. Free agency actually comes before the draft, but we'll go in the draft because that's how I want to put it. So fuck you, man. But we have the 10th pick in the draft. And so, Jaguars are 7th. So what will happen is, there's only 2 quarterbacks that should deserve to go top 10. Landry Jones, Oklahoma quarterback. I don't know if he's coming out yet. I think he's a senior, but I'm not sure. But he's been terrible this season. So we have the 10th pick. This year's got some good receivers, good defensive players. It's all sorted out. As we know, Andrew Luck's going first. We already know that. But there's some teams that might take players that I want for the Bills, such as the Browns. I want RG3. I really do, but there's no way in hell. And then he drops to 10. Justin Blackman would be nice. But seeing that the Jaguars, who are looking for somebody to give Blaine Gabbert, if they decide to stay with Blaine Gabbert, drop to 7th, it's highly likely they'll take him at 7 if he does drop that far. So Alshon Jeffrey, wide receiver from Carolina, he's not Justin Blackman. Justin Blackman is kind of like a Calvin type of player. Alshon Jeffrey is kind of, I don't know, he's tall, so I think he's kind of got the Larry Fitzgerald, Brandon Marshall build, I would say. I'd never really seen him play, but I know he's probably 6'3", and he's the second best receiver. So I feel like we should take him if he does fall to us, no matter what, because Stevie is coming a contract year. Well, actually, he'll be a free agent. We'll use the franchise. I don't think he'll be mad. Yeah, I know he's got maturity issues. People are like, oh, we shouldn't re-sign him. He did like 3 bad, immature things. Whatever. He makes some stupid things. He admits that he made mistakes. Other receivers like, no, I didn't make that mistake. Like for example, the Ndamukong Suh, when he's getting all these penalties, like, no, I don't mean to, but it just seems like he does. So I think we get Stevie back. I hope we do. So I think we take Alshon Jeffrey there if he does drop to us. If he doesn't, I would take Quentin Coples. He's thought to be a top 5 pick. A lot of people think he might drop to us just because of the needs of other teams. Because the Browns, RG3. This is how I think it'll go. It'll probably go. Rams got second pick, so it'll probably go Andrew Luck. And a second pick, it's kind of iffy because we don't know if the Rams want to take Justin Blackmon. Because Brandon Lloyd is a free agent and he's known to want to go with Josh McDaniels. And Josh McDaniels might go back to New England, so. Or an offensive tackle because they need to protect Sam Bradford. Number 3, Vikings. They'll take whoever the Rams don't take out of Khalil and Blackmon. Browns will take RG3. The rest from there, it's Trent Richardson probably go 5 to Tampa Bay. 6, I don't even know who's 6. I think it's a Dolphin, Redskins or Dolphins. So there's a high chance that a receiver will drop to us. I hope we take it. So I mean, this past draft was actually our best. Every draft pick we took was on the roster. Michael Jasper, we called him up last game, barely played, but he's got some nice potential. Justin Rogers, great kick return this year, got an interception. Aaron Williams seems like he could be a shutdown corner. He seems like a steal to me. He just was injured a lot, so he didn't get that much playing time. Calvin Shepard, middle linebacker, he ended up starting for us. Darius starting. He actually had a quiet season, led our team in sacks. So I feel like if we drafted like last year, I think we could have a draft this year. And I think we should I don't think we should go defense. I think we should start free agents like Nick Barnett, what we did. So going into that, free agent needs. I feel like we should go defense instead of drafting young players. We do not need to rebuild. Our offense is good. Our defense can be better if George Edwards is fired. That's what needs to happen. George Edwards needs to be fired. We have 2 former defensive coordinators on our team. Bob Sanders, he was the defensive coordinator for the Packers. He coached a defensive line the one season when we actually were like top 10 in sacks. Then Dave Wanstead, he's our middle linebacker. Our middle linebacker was the best thing on our defense this year, Nick Barnett. Sean Merriman did good in preseason. So I feel like he should be in line for the defensive coordinator. That's pretty much why we bought him, because if Edwards fails, Wanstead gets defensive coordinator. So I think that's a need. That's a need. We need to fire George Edwards and get a defensive coordinator. I don't care if it's in-house, just give it to George Edwards, because every single year, our first 5 games, we'll play great defense. We're running the 3-4, we're all good. And then someone gets injured. Kyle Williams got injured this year. So they felt we need to go to 4-3 because Marcel Darius can't play nose tackle, which he played fantastic when he did for, the time he did. And that's the problem with our defense is we always switch from a 3-4 to a 4-3 halfway through the season. And then our defense just fails because of that scheme change. Happened the past 3 years. If we kept a 3-4, we would have easily made the playoffs. I don't know why we switch over, but I feel like Dane Wanstead has to get the job. I mean, our linebackers were our best thing. Nick Barnett, second in our team in tackles. I mean, come on. So needs, I would probably say let's get some depth on the defensive line. Secondary's fine. Middle linebacker we're fine with depth. We just need to get depth on we need to get veterans. And maybe one big signing. Maybe an outside linebacker to replace Chris Kelsey. He did have a good season. He's probably, yeah. So I just feel like draft we need to get veterans on the team. We don't have depth, but So there's a couple free agents I'm looking at that we could add right now on the top 50 list. This is from the beginning of the season, so this might change. Robert Mathis, I would like to add him for 1 or 2 years. Would be nice. Corton Finnegan's a free agent. If we get rid of McGee, he would be nice to add, but I think they used the thing on him. Cliff Averill is a free agent. He's gonna get franchise tag, so it doesn't matter. Lon Landry's a free agent. He'll get the franchise tag. Michael Griffin, no. Alberto Franklin, he's defensive tackle, 32 years old. I think we could go get him. I think he'd be a nice addition. And, okay, Anthony Spencer, he's a free agent for the Cowboys. Knowing the Cowboys, they might just gut everybody out of that team. I would like to add him. He's an outside linebacker, nice pass rush. I think we could, I think that would be nice. Jared Johnson, he's a free agent, but he's on the radar all the time. I'm just naming off free agents I see on this one list I have. So pretty much, Barrett Rudd would be a nice addition if we do not keep Andre Davis for death and that. He would be a nice addition. London Fletcher, maybe we bring London Fletcher back. That'd be nice. So we need to add some veterans. They don't need to be starters. We just need to add depth and veterans. That's our needs. Improvements. What we need to improve in. Obviously, we need to be more consistent on offense. And there's one thing that bothered me all season of the offense is Changa's inability to understand that us running the ball early in the game, when we're actually running good, you need to stick with it. As we saw in the Patriots game, we're up by 21. We're still passing the ball 5 wide when C.J. Spiller's averaging 5 yards per rush. I mean, come on, Changeli. That's what we need. That's the only thing we need to improve on. The defense is good. It's just we need to keep to the 3-4 scheme and healthy and add depth. And that's all. So Changeli just needs to understand that we have 2 good running backs now. C.J. Spiller did fantastic when Fred Jackson went down. So, and now I'm going to go into the surprise players of the year for our team after just ranting about Changeli's terrible decision-making. Surprises, obviously Fred Jackson up there. If he did not get hurt, he easily could have been the number 1 running back. He would have made the Pro Bowl. He still should have, but they don't. The Pro Bowl is rigged because it's always a popular vote. And George Wilson led our team in tackles. He was big this year in the secondary. Probably our best safety behind Jarius Byrd. Jarius Byrd did play good too. Another surprise was the offensive line. We actually statistically had the best offensive line in the league, while the least amount of sacks and the most yards per rush was 6 yards. So that's a nice surprise. Another surprise, Nick Barnett. Outstanding for him just coming from the Packers to come and play lights out for us. I mean, I didn't expect it. I think he'd be a veteran stopgap, bring mentor Shepard, but he was our second best defensive player in my mind. Actually, maybe third, but disappointments, I would say Fitzpatrick after the contract. That's pretty much all. I mean, that's just ridiculous. I think we should cut him if we decide I wouldn't be mad if we don't, but I think we could and just re-sign to a contract.